I'm going to start with the stiff bristle brush and the speed polish, which is here.
Talk about the new formulation for a minute. So we
Mm-hmm.
reformulated Harvest Speed Polish about 3 months ago, and the first generation was a little wetter, and this one is a little more dry. It's got a ton of diamond in it for excellent polishing on pretty much any surface. I tell people we haven't met a surface that speed polish doesn't polish really well. But maybe just talk about the new formulation that you have here.
Yeah, it's like the old pasty one had a baby with a compound stick, and we got this. So I love
Nice.
it. I love it. It polishes even better than the first, and I pretty much use this on everything now with the same three polishers that I'm using today. I'll use this on my zirconia as well.
What speed
Dipping.
are you using?
Um, I'm using like a medium to fat. I mean, I kind of just feel it out, but I'm going to apply a heavy to medium pressure on the resin first, not the tea. This resin is super hard, so it polishes super fast and easy with a little bit of pressure. And I've completely gotten away from, I don't use glaze on this resin whatsoever. Um, it just gives me such a nice like finish. And I will roll over onto the intaglio doing the same thing too. I
We
like
talked
doing,
to.
oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was saying I like doing this at the bench versus going to the pumice wheel or lathe. I found that pumicing this, it tend to take my like my texture away a little too much. I mean, it still looked good. It was still, of course you can do that. I just prefer it because I have a little more control um, with these like hard to reach areas. I like to put a different kind of pressure on the teeth versus the resin itself. So that makes a big difference too.
We were talking to somebody who's using the new speed polish, and they were using a really high speed on their brush, and it was just flinging off the speed polish into the air, and they were frustrated. So you definitely want to use a little more of a medium speed, right? Medium to medium
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. I sink it right in there. I mean, it's a little crumbly, but if you were to go slow, it'd probably just fling up into your face. That's why I use it a little faster. I'm going to switch over to the felt wheel and I'm going to put that into the speed polish as well. And I'm going to use about the same pressure. I'm still just doing the resin and I would be doing the intaglio with this. I'm really focusing on this finishing line. That's really
Sealing that up.
important is that, yeah, you want to make sure that that line is super, super smooth and it's closed. You should not see any gaps at all. It should look like it became one.
And that would be the importance of the crosshatch carbide to create
Yeah.
that very tight, intimate fit between the composite or transition line between the EasyGum and the zirconia surface.
Yes. I mean, if you can do that as you're placing it and making sure that it looks nice and tight. I've gotten used to just and taking the extra time to make sure. And then afterwards, if I needed to, I'll run over it with that carbide. But this felt wheel really just makes it melt and look really nice.
We're out of focus.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm jumping all over the place. Yeah. And then my next one is going to be the cotton puff. And I'm not going to put anything on that one. I'm just going to, whatever is still on the prosthetic is what's going to be used with this. So it's dry. And this I will be running over the teeth with. You can see the polish, come on, focus, that we're getting.
Yeah, and
I'll
the
have to
teeth
take,
on the right, 9,
yeah.
10, and 11, those were ceramic glazed, right?
Yep, so we did glaze those. I did want to show an example of that you can do that if you want to, but you're just going to have to make sure that you don't extend that glaze too far.
And then 6, 7, and 8
Hmm.
were left bare, and then you'll show how it looks just polished, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, I'll take a picture and post online so we can see like an up close. I don't think the camera doesn't do it justice. It looks really good. I'm happy with it. And then from here, run over to the steamer, give it a steam. I'm going to usually use a microfiber. I dropped it on the floor. Come back. Let me try to wipe some of this off so I can show you guys. Yeah. There we go.
Nice. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'll take some really good pictures so I can be able to post those. But yeah, steaming it, get this, the rest of the polish off and no glaze. No glaze necessary on that. Polish. Yeah, so I use three main polishers. I use a bristle brush. It's a stiff one. Felt wheel and a cotton buff.
All
But
right.
I'll start with the bristle brush. And I'm going to use a a medium to heavy pressure, starting on the resin, not the teeth. I'll go down the finishing line. And I'm going to do half and half so you can see. So the Harvest Speed Polish has been reformulated for just about everything under the sun at this point. The texture of it is a little different. It's not the usual wet pastier. It's going to be a lot more dry, but that's okay. It polishes even better. Next one I'm going to go to is the felt wheel. Still using a little bit of the speed polish. About the same pressure, medium speed. This really acts like if you were to take it to the pumice wheel. I kind of started leaning a little more towards using this versus the pumice wheel. It's a little less aggressive. I found the pumice was taking away some of the anatomy and texture that I wanted to leave behind. Really going to blend that finishing line. And then this last one is the cotton puff, and I'm not going to use anything on it except for whatever polish is still on here. And now I will run it over the teeth. The DCL Harvest Milk PMMA, it polishes so pretty.
And so that your options there in PMMA are milled or printed. And
Yeah.
you prefer working with the milled teeth?
It depends on the scenario. The milled is going to be stronger. I'm going to use the milled for something a little bit more long term. Printed is going to be for quick try-ins, 2, 3 weeks max, for like a quick test drive, bite checks. This is something that's going to be used a little longer, maybe if you're going through some treatment phases, or some healing. There we go. I'm going to wipe this off with a microfiber towel. But this is what we started with,
Mhm.
and this is what we have now.